Hi guys, I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel, Guy with a Plant. In today's episode, I'm going to propagate this beautiful specimen of Philodendron maximum. As you can see, it has quickly grown out of the moss pole and latched itself to this balcony door. Check out all the aerial roots. So what I'm going to do is to chop out the top portion and see how many cuttings I'm able to get out of this. So I'm going to move this in and take a closer look at this philodendron. Alright, for those who have watched my previous videos, you may have heard this story many times. I've grown this Philodendron maximum from a single leaf cutting, and that was only in May last year. So this has grown really fast. It has outgrown its moss pole. As you can see from here, it started to veer off. Got itself attached to the balcony door. Look at the size of this leaf. I think this is about 30 cm, and each leaf is actually getting bigger, and there's a new growth point. Yeah, it's always giving out a new leaf, so I really have to propagate it now, especially since I'm moving in 2 days time. So yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to move the whole plant, so what I'm going to do is just to cut this off at this point, and I'm going to get cuttings from this top part of the plant. So since I've given it a moss pole, I needed to extend it really quickly, just 2 months after. So you can imagine how fast this philodendron was growing. Alright, before I cut it, let's have one last look. I really don't dare to do it. So I'm going to cut here, so hopefully there'll be new growth that branch out from here. 1, 2, 3. Ouch! Okay, look, this top part is still attached to the door with its amazing aerial roots. This cut branch is supported by this really powerful single aerial root here. Can you see it's crawling up the latch of the door? Alright, let's take a closer look at this cut branch. Look at all the leaves. Actually, the leaves are really soft and thin. And of course, there's a new growth here. And I want you guys to look at the crazy aerial roots. Okay, let's take a closer look at this cut branch. The leaves are really big. I think most of them are at least 20 centimeters. Yeah, this is the biggest one. And this. So I believe the new leaf that's coming out will be big as well. So I don't think there'll be any issue propagating this. So there are 6 leaves here. So potentially I can get 6 new plants out of this. This one. Well, this is looking really nice, and it's smelling really good too. Alright, so I'm going to put these cuttings in water. I don't wait for the cuttings to callus over. I will just put them directly into water. So I've got a pot of water here. This is the top cutting. I hope the new leaf will survive. Yep. So I'll experiment with some of the cuttings which are heavily rooted and put them directly into an aeroid mix, but I don't have any at the moment, so yeah, I'll do so in a few days time. And the last one. This must be my biggest pot of cuttings ever, and it looks really good as a centerpiece, I must say, with all these big leaves. Really nice. So this is the original parent plant after being cut. I will remove the two yellowing leaves at the bottom as they are obviously dead. Alright, so I'll keep you guys updated on the progress of this propagation in another 1 or 2 months time. Hey guys, today is the 26th of May, so it has been slightly after 3 months since propagation. Okay, first let's take a look at the cuttings that have been propagating in water. So thankfully most of them still look pretty good except for this one. This leaf cutting was actually hidden underneath the others, so unfortunately I missed this until it was too late and started turning yellow. But I'm hoping that the roots are still viable so I can still salvage this particular cutting. Okay, but the rest are looking pretty okay. Yeah, but this one there is some slight yellowing. I'm not sure whether is it because they've been in water for too long and it's lacking in nutrients. And this was a result of mechanical damage. I accidentally stepped on it when I first moved here, and these cuttings were placed on the floor. Yeah, I've actually moved to a new apartment since the end of February. So a new house tour video is in the works, hopefully it'll be soon. Alright, let's take a look at the roots of these cuttings and see if they are ready to be potted up. Alright, the most successful one would be this cutting. I suspect it should be the top cutting because it has given out 2 new leaves. They're still really soft, and this is the latest one. And I can see there's a new leaf coming out as well. So this should be the top cutting. Okay, let me take out all the cuttings. Whoa, look at the roots. Yeah, so they're definitely ready to be potted up. Alright, let me try to untangle the cuttings. So as you can see, the final roots, the whiter ones, are the water roots, and they are much thinner compared to the arrow roots. I initially wanted to pot some of these cuttings with very good robust arrow roots into sphagnum moss. But yeah, I didn't do that. Alright, so this is the cutting that is yellowing off. I maybe can just remove the leaf and still continue to propagate this stem. The roots are not crazy. There's only a few of them, so I may continue to root them. And some of the roots have actually rotted off. I'll remove this dead root. Actually, there's a bump here, so this could be a new growth. So I'll propagate this further as a stem cutting. Okay, I managed to get one of the cuttings out. Look at all the roots. And this looks really nice. Okay, this is another one. But it seems that part of the stem has rotten off. So I have to cut this off to prevent any infection. And finally, this is the top cutting. Very good roots as well. Alright, so these are all the cuttings in water propagation. So out of 6, most of them are still in pretty good condition, except for this one with a dead leaf. But it's okay, the stem is still viable, so I can propagate this further. I am quite confident of this. Alright, let's look at the original parent plant. The original 3 leaves are still here. But this one kind of broke off when one of my orchids dropped on it. So I've given it a masking tape to support it. Hopefully it will heal on its own. Yeah, it's still looking okay. It happened I think probably 2 weeks ago, and the leaf has not turned yellow yet. So yep, fingers crossed. This is the node that I cut off the rest of the plants to propagate. In the beginning of April, I noticed there was something here, something white. So I thought it was a runaway perlite, but it was actually a growth point. And now it has grown this vine and threw out a really small leaf, this one. Oh, this is turning yellow. but subsequently it started to grow. Okay, let me try to remove this to show you guys. Oh, this is really light. I think it needs to be watered. Yeah, as I was saying, so this new vine grew all the way out, and I was really quite sad to see a tiny little leaf. The subsequent leaves are much better. So even though they are not as big as the ones that I cut off, but they are pretty decent size. So this original plant has given me 4 new leaves, including this tiny one. Since propagation, and he has quickly outgrown this moss pole again, so this vine definitely needs some support. And look at all the aerial roots that has come out from this vine, desperately looking for some form of support. Oh yeah, and check out the aerial roots in the moss. I think they are really loving it in there, but I must remember not to let it dry out too much. So as I was moving the plant, the tiny leaf, the first one that came out, just dropped off. So this is definitely underdeveloped. So this is a DIY moss pole that I've made with an acrylic backing and this mesh here. So it's really simple but effective. So I'm going to extend this for the last time. If it climbs any higher, I do not have the space. I have to further propagate it again. But the thing is, I do not want to cut it too often because I want the leaves to grow really big and nice. By chopping it, I will just reset the growth process. So I'm just going to slot this in. Hopefully it fits. The aerial roots are so robust, I got to be really careful. I want to push them into the pole so that it can continue to grow. But yeah, just got to make sure I don't break them. And I'll be putting the moss in a while. Alright, something like this. Okay, so I've tied the vine to the pole so it's more or less stabilized. So now I can put in the moss, which is slightly moist. But be careful not to break the aerial roots. I want to keep the moss really loose before putting it in. Right, and this is done. I finally extended the moss pole. But unfortunately, I've waited for too long. I do not want to force it to be flat against the pole because I'm just worried I may just break it. So hopefully the aerial roots will start to grow into the moss. Again, this was a part that was cut with this tiny leaf coming out. And then this are the 3 new leaves. So hopefully bigger leaves to come. Okay, let me pot up one of the cuttings just to show you, probably the top cutting. I'm going to use this soilless aeroid mix, so it's really chunky and airy. So this is the top cut with new leaves coming out, and actually there's another leaf that is on its way. I'm going to use these small pieces of mesh on the bottom of the pot to block the drainage holes. And this cutting is potted up, looking really nice. So you have a brand new plant here. And I got 4 more to go. I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to show you the final results in a while. For this cutting, there's a rotten part here. So I'm just going to snip it off to prevent it from rotting further. And these roots are not good too, so I'm just going to cut them off. Okay, so for this leafless cutting, I'm just going to put it in sphagnum moss since it has already some roots. Hopefully a new leaf will grow out of this. So I'm just going to cover it up to give it some added humidity. Okay, so all the cuttings are potted up, including this leafless one. And the original parent plant has been given a pole extension. So I'm going to sell some of the cuttings here. So if you are in Singapore, do reach out to me. I'm going to sell it for a reasonable price. Yeah, but it took me a lot of effort to grow these cuttings and a lot of time. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. So yeah, I guess that's the end of this video, this update of Philodendron maximum propagation. So do subscribe to my channel to be updated of the progress of this maximum. It's a very easy philodendron, so do give it a try. So take care, I will see you guys in my next video. And remember to show your plants some love.